Hello, everybody. Beneficial Z here, and welcome to part 2 of this bee snapshot for Minecraft. Now, it's occurred to me that in like half a year, this won't be cool, but let's do it anyway. Because in like half a year, they'll have the whole update, and I'll be like, "Oh wow, bees." Okay. Hey, Mr. Chicken and Mrs. Chicken. Oh yeah, I was gonna get iron so I could get water so I could put that here. I guess I have to. Alright, there we go. Get my stone pickaxe out. I gotta get iron. That's my goal this time. Oh god. Shovel. Damn andesite. Oh, more gravel? The heck? Ugh. Here, have some andesite. Alright, what's... Oh, jeez. Dirt? Huh? I'm not ready for big caves. Damn it. I'll just leave that open so I know where it is. But no one can get through that gap, so I'm safe. Alright, sorry, I was just doing something. I wish that, because I got my YouTube in dark mode, I wish the live streaming service was also in dark mode. Come on, iron. Ooh, coal. At least if my stone pickaxe breaks, I have plenty of more stone to make a new one with. My cat's all happy for some reason. Yeah, I can see him rubbing his face against something. Why your face? Why do cats do that? Yeah. There we go. Alright, what I'm gonna do is alright, crafting table, and then I know most people don't do this, but this is how I roll, so I'm gonna put a chest right here. Okay. And then I can just put my fucking andesite in there. Cobblestone, gravel. Actually, I'll keep... No, I don't need to keep cobblestone. I'm about to get more. Oh yeah, I forgot I killed a fish. Oh, also, another reason I got this crafting table is so I can make... Wait, I do need to keep the cobblestone. Alright. another stone pickaxe in case I don't find any iron anytime soon. Hello, basically a nerd. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I just need to get this frickin' iron. I hear lava. It's not a good sign ever. Actually, sometimes it is. Yeah, there we go. Oh, okay. Whoops. Almost at 11. You're tired and cold? Same. It's my last torch. But I got some coal just now, so I can... One more, okay. There we go, right there. I've still got flowers in my inventory. Let's go back up. I still got this bone meal. Oh no, it's nighttime. That's another reason I need armor is for iron is for a shield and armor. Remember last time I was like, oh, not gonna be a wuss and use wait, it's not nighttime. I was like, I'm not gonna be a wuss and use the bonus chest. Yeah, so smart of me. It's about nighttime. What the heck? What? No. No, what the heck was that? Where are my beautiful bees? Oh, honey for me. Don't mind if I do. Hi there. And there you go. Make a baby. Yay! Oh, an egg. Oh. There we go. Now Mr. Chicken got baby. Oh yeah. Let's go check the other beehive. There's Is there even a bee over here? Well, you know that once I get shears, I'm definitely gonna... I thought I saw some iron over this way, like in a hole. But it's a risky maneuver. I have to get my stone pickaxe ready and carve out some stairs. Is there any iron in here? No. There's coal though. Oh, a cave. I hear a zombie. Okay. Not so threatening anymore, are you, Mr. Cave? Alright. Oh. Yes. Yes. Sounds like a chicken's nearby. Yeah, definitely. Just laid an egg. More bees over here. I forgot. There's 2 beehives over here. I missed. Oh, I missed. Can I bone meal flowers? I know I can bone meal sunflowers, and that's about it. There's clay down here. I need to find that hole with the other iron. There's like a hole that goes into hell. No, not literally. That's a nether portal. Uh-huh. Okay. Hey, a zombie. Why won't they knock back? Shit, I'm running, 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 running. Come and get me, bitches. Okay, let's turn around and go back. Now remember, folks, never hit the beehive. I'll show you why later, maybe. If this video gets enough likes. No, I'm kidding. You can't really tell how many likes there are on a video until the live stream is up completely. Hell. Wait, what? The Defy gravity much? Lag. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna drink some honey. That sounds so gross. Another broken bee. Remember last time? Alright. You hear those dog chickens, what they call it. I guess you can hit the beehive. It was weird how no bees are over there. I know what I was gonna do now. I was gonna put this in here, and that's good. Shouldn't do that right next to a bee. Also, wait, let me switch to game mode creative. And see what happens if you pick up a beehive. Nothing at all. But ha! Now I have the third beehive. I'm gonna make a shield first and foremost, and then I'm gonna make a bucket, and then I'm gonna make shears. I think I can do all that. Wait a minute. Yeah, there we go. F. Alright, and then bucket. And then shears. Yes. Nighttime already? I better hurry with what I'm doing. Oh shit. Yay. Alright, here. Here's what I'm gonna do. Alright, I'm gonna put these oxide daisies over here. Get away from me, you crazy people. Alright, and then get some grass seed. once I put this in there, it'll be a water generator. Sorry. Whoa, you're all adults. Damn it. There we go. Alright. I know you're all here for the bees, but hold on. Oh. Hole into hell. Maybe that's what I was looking for. Did you know you could bone meal the regular grass? Look at that. A lot of people don't know that. That's right. Can't find a flower? Just bone meal the grass. Just bone the grass. Wow. Crazy, isn't it? See, it sprouts flowers. Here, let's migrate one of them. Hey, come along now. Where did I put the extra beehive? Wait. Uh-huh. Oh, they're tethered to one beehive. Here's a good spot. Yeah. I'm looking for the one flower that keeps on giving, and you know what that one is. Probably not, but it would be the sunflower. Alright, I got plenty of seeds now, so time to expand my crop. Hey there, guys. I know you want this, but I need it. Ugh, lag. Now you can have the rest, okay? Or not. And there you go. Ooh. Yay. I need a gate. I already put a gate on this thing. What am I talking about? Cooked chicken. Watch this, guys. Okay. Anyway, cut down this tree because it's in the way. All right. Well, now that I got this bucket, I couldn't. Yeah, there we go. And then that got me a level up. Alright, now you are going to come into my house. So come with me, and I totally won't hurt you. A lot of baby chickens over here. It's not like I bred them or anything. Like, what? Oh, an apple. I can use that. Thank you, Mr. Dead Tree. Sun's going down. Hey, not food. Not breakfast. You're totally not my breakfast. Oh, shit. He got out. Come over here. Oops. Get in here. You're my bitch. Ah, damn it. You don't want to cooperate, you know exactly what's going to happen. Alright, you know what? I have no stakes. Alright. Alright, and then... I'm making a smaller fence for breakfast. Yeah, like that. And then... Yes, I just used an axe for that, but shut up. Come on. Come on in. You know, don't you? Do you just want to be with them? Is that all it is? Alright. See you later. Oh. Okay. Alright. Have they proven my experiment yet? Most likely. Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage. I need 7 seeds. It doesn't make sense that this is how you get seeds, you know. Or you go away. Alright, and then bucket. 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 There we go. And then there we go. Now I got a pretty good farm going. think it's time to bring out the big guns. There used to be 2 chickens, guys. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Fine, you can have some. Let's go try this tree thing again. Nope. What the fuck? Nope. Holy crap! You trying to scare the shit out of me? Slime ball, black duck. Oh my gosh, he always sells the shittiest stuff. Let's see how many bone meal we can get out of, or not bone meal, but grass we can get out of this. It's useless. You know what? I'm gonna summon a bee over here, or a couple. Wait, bee. Here you go. That's how you use a shovel. You swing it randomly. I don't really care that my shovel is done. Yeah. Alright. You're a weirdo. Hell? Alright, time to... That's a way into this bitch. Oh. Okay. Can't find hell. Wait, it's Sunday. I shouldn't be saying. Oh my gosh, there's so much of it. Why are coal veins like the only big vein of ore? Oh, okay. I'm gonna make this the best looking entrance into a cave ever. This is gonna be completely useless, but hey, shut up. Alright. If you don't get what I'm saying, I'm literally gonna plop down a furnace. Actually, I'm gonna use a furnace. And put the stone in it. And I'm gonna literally fix the paving of this cave. You'll see what's going on in a bit. Me and my pride in my work. Oh look, another egg. Jumpy jump, say. Whoa. There's wheat there already? What the heck? Alright, time to show you what's up. Yes. This might be an underground base later, so... Why do these look like carrots? They're not, right? Yeah, they're not. Alright. Don't make the bees mad, you idiot. Alright, I need this white carpet so I can put it on the fence. And then... Dang it! And then I can jump out. And then I can sacrifice this to the gods. Still works. No, I don't ever need to get in there by gate again. Oh, I got 7. You know what that means? Oh, I gotta kill this tree first. Huh. Alright, and then... Hey, there we go. Need to get my hoe out. Damn it. Sun's going down. And it goes down so fast in this game. Jumped on my crop. Yes. No, I don't know actually. I don't know about the console. Maybe. But only after they come to regular Minecraft for sure because I don't know. Hey, Food Zone, how you doing? Alright. And now, Oh shit, didn't mean to hit you all. What the heck? Yay. Alright, I think I'm going to end it here then. So, thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like. Can you not stack these? Ah. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all your friends, and as always, I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!